Here we go on a Thursday, and there goes the 18 Hillside. Never done that route, but I hear it is a nice route to drive. A suburban route, always better than any of these downtown big city routes. Portland Fire Bureau. Let's see, where was I going to start? Oh yeah, I see Bike Portland finally cross-posted the Mary, what is it? 3 drinks. I forgot. I keep forgetting the name of that blog. The one where the bicyclist mom is wanting a lynching. I don't know what took him so long. Maybe he was waiting to see if I would post it or something. I'm not sure. And I posted it after they posted my response. I mean, if they weren't going to post my response, then I wasn't going to post it over on my blog. Because, you know, I want to... You know, people have a right to their opinion, but I have a right to respond, you know. So if you're not going to listen to my response, then I'm not going to acknowledge your post. You know, you're acting like a mom, you know. Moms get funny. But it's completely crazy. That would be an interesting trial, though, wouldn't it? I mean, a piece of literature on trial for what? Inciting a riot? Or, I don't know. They have strange laws on the books now because of the terrorist threat! Bombs going off everywhere in America. You know, the hysteria prevails our culture. It's scary. I mean, it's almost reminds you of Nazis in some ways. I mean, they were hysterics, in case you forgot. You know, I'm sure Dan wouldn't want to go through that. But I mean, when I was under attack, I just full frontal came back at him. I posted all their attack stuff. You know, cause he didn't do anything, and you know, facts would have shown that eventually. And I'm TriMet already realizes that. Okay, it was bad judgment. Oh boy, yeah, you gotta be responsible when you're a bus driver. You know, we can tell you stories. Just go over and read Bojack.org and see some of the police stories. Okay, now those are people that are carrying guns. And some of the stuff they're up to, and they don't. Well, they got a real powerful union, and police are respected in the culture. So, you know, you don't mess with police. Bus drivers are easy targets. You know, we're just sitting ducks for crazy people to attack us, and we have a wimpy management that doesn't really stand up for us or anybody. You know, they're always whipping out on stuff. So now they decide they're going to put a flagger up there at $2,100 a week. Good move, man. We don't have any money, though, remember? You know, they'll contract that out. Some private concern will pay the flagger $10 an hour, and the rest goes to overhead. Yeah, right. Because that's what makes America great. Overhead. Privatization, yeah. It's what will save America. Those nuts, like John Charles said. See bugaboo and everything. Yeah, well, anyway, private enterprise is good for some things and not for others. It's that simple. I'm not defending government, you know. I'm no big government fan, as you know. Government's got its own extreme problems. But in the case of this flagger, though, I mean, shit, somebody would love to have that job at $15 an hour, and, you know, no benefits or whatever. They would take it and they'd save thousands of dollars. But they can't do that because of government regulations, etc. Free domain radio will tell you all about that. Anyway, that's the way that goes. So yeah, that Bike Portland crowd, it's always interesting to read their comments. I don't really comment over there. I'll make a quick comment where I will, you know, I'm very careful about what I put over there because of the last time. You gotta be careful with that bunch of hysterics. You don't know what they're gonna pull on you. You know, so sometimes I just couldn't help but comment because some of the posts are some of the blogs that really have this idea about prosecuting and torturing bus drivers. But the blogs, and I keep saying this over and over and over and over, the blogs do not underline, represent the public at large. Very, very, very small voice of the public. In some cases, it's completely the opposite voice of the public. It's like there is no public support for what bloggers are thinking, really. But it appears when you're online blogging like I am, if you see a whole bunch of bloggers saying a certain thing, that will just show you that the people that are online thinking certain things doesn't tell you anything about the actual prevailing paradigm on a subject. It just tells you that this bunch of people who are overrepresented on blogs and the internet have this idea about things. It doesn't mean that the public actually believes it. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad that they got the 15 back, but I'm a little bit surprised. Why can't they just have a supervisor go up there every half hour and do that? They have a supervisor in the area there. I mean, there's got to be a better way to handle it than just wasting more money on stuff. Never forget, they don't have any money. We have some serious bus cuts coming in here in a week and a half, folks. People haven't really figured out what that means, but you will. When your buses are overcrowded and really late because of overcrowding, you'll know, you'll understand. I mean, I already see overcrowding even on a small route like 67, which has been cut already. I'm hauling full buses, which was never, the whole idea. Let's get more people. It's, I never bought the idea that somehow, I think transit should be all free. I think that should be a tax-funded enterprise. Anybody can, my opinion about transit is that any member of the public, anybody should be able to jump on it and get a ride from point A to point B. And you'll have the critics say, it'll bring up crime and all that. Well, I don't buy that argument. You can do gated communities, but that doesn't make gated communities right. We pay tax funds for so many things that we don't benefit from, starting with Defense Department, that basically just kills people. Why can't the public get a few things for itself? Even things like our healthcare benefits. Why are some members of our own public, of other American citizens like me, so against me having health benefits? Why? Here they are spending all this money on all this other stuff. Look at the federal budget. It dwarfs our little health benefits, and the other public employees are so small compared to the other shit that our government wastes money on it. But yet some of our fellow citizens are adamant that we shouldn't have it for some reason. What is it? I don't really understand it, really. Other than, anytime that they can eliminate something, don't forget those tax dollars are all funneled into the pockets of private enterprise, boondoggle projects specifically, like the West, which was a boondoggle project. The federal government's always favored boondoggle projects. That's what the federal government, because that's the easiest way to take money from the public sector and get it into the private sector's hands, especially these big boondoggles, because you can't really keep track of the money. It just kind of gets lost. I mean, I've read things about the Iraq reconstruction. Tens of billions of dollars have gone unaccounted for in the Iraq reconstruction. Tens of billions. So this is what happened. Here's a West bailout, $20 million plus. He's bankrupt, but for the next 3 months, the CEO of the bankrupt Colorado Rail Car drew his salary of $35,000 a week. It was really a travesty, and those of us that keep up on it, I couldn't believe what I was reading. It was like, wow, is this really happening? I mean, all these things are happening, and there's not a damn thing we can do about it. It's right under our noses. just take our money and waste it. That's basically what they do. And it's just so common, it's so prevalent in our society. Our tax money is just wasted on all levels. And it's a terrible travesty. But when you see tax money actually going to help citizens, why is that bad? You know, why is it bad for me to have health care? Why? There is no rational argument to say I should not have health care. Oh, it costs too much tax money. Well, the war in the Middle East, keeping all the bases open around the world, these are what costs money, not keeping me in health care benefits.